I'm going to show you how to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Soarers of MidsUp, and welcome to Friday for Black Friday all week long in Mids. And I am glad to have one of our business owners. I have Charlesetta, Greene, Jossell, and she's coming all the way from her hometown. She's going to let us know about her hometown, where she's located, about her business and what she has to offer for Black Friday in Mids. Again, this is Angelika Jo, and without further ado, I'm going to give the floor to Charlesetta Greene Jossell of God's Natural Touch. Okay, God's Natural Touch. Welcome, Charlesetta. How you doing on this Friday?
I am doing great. I am doing great. I'm not out there hustling, blessing. I'm doing it all online. So I'm doing well.
Okay.
My name's Charlesetta Jossell, and I'm the owner of God's Natural Touch. And I am all the way in Arcadia, Oklahoma. I was born and raised here in Oklahoma City. I pledged at Lincoln University, Alpha Theta, Fall 82. Ooh. And I started my business, probably around 2022 is when I started my business. I am a mother how should I say this? I'm a mother of 3 boys. And me and my husband, we raised them here. And how I did sort of just fall into this
Okay.
uh, this selling business, owning my own business. It is not something I am real comfortable in doing, but it is something that God just keeps pushing me towards. And so it has been exciting. Even doing this was nervous for me to do, but I said, this is just another thing I need to learn how to do because we're going to make this work. And it's been really good. I've had a lot of fun in doing it. But to tell me, you want me to go ahead and just start with telling about how
Yeah. Yes. Tell us about God's Natural Touch, what we have to look forward to. I know that you have some great things for Black Friday and beyond, because we know we got Sisterhood Month coming up and Founders Days and chapters who may be looking at you as well. But yes, tell us about it. Tell us about God's Natural Touch.
Okay, well, let's see. I started selling it in 2022,
Okay.
but I probably was making these products probably back for 10 years before I even did this.
Okay.
One of the first things that I was introduced to was essential oils. And I found out how wonderful those were. I had 2 big things that happened with me with essential oils. One was my middle son, was at a basketball practice and he had hurt his ankle that morning. And of course, I didn't get any kind of call or anything like that. And he walked on it all day long.
Mm.
He came home, his ankle was huge, he could barely walk. And so I immediately started putting my essential oils on them. And within a day of just me putting that on that evening, wrapping it up, having him off of his ankle, the swelling started going down. So within 3 days, he had a normal ankle. And we were really surprised at that. A little bit before then, we had gone on a college tour, and we were walking, and I had bought some really comfortable shoes, and but I hadn't broken them in before we went on this trip. And as we were walking, I was starting to it was rubbing against my toe.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I researched what essential oils I can use on it. And I think it was lavender and lemon. I put that on that night, that day. I never had any problems after that. So I
Okay.
was hooked. I was hooked on those essential oils. But what I recognized with my sons is I was gonna go broke because those essential oils were expensive. I was
Yeah.
constantly buying them, and when you're applying them so
Yeah.
much, it's a lot of money. So I said, I got to
Mhm.
figure out a way to stretch this, and so that's how I started making different creams. And the first thing I did actually make was a pain cream. Was the
Oh,
first thing. Yeah, it was the first thing. So, because I had testers, I had basketball players
yes.
here. So it was like,
Mhm.
okay, you heard, put this on. They were just like, don't go around mom
Yeah.
because she's gonna figure. I'm like, what you need, I got it. And so I
Yeah,
have,
remember back in the day, the main go-to with for our grandmamas and aunties and moms was Vaseline.
yeah, but
So yeah, I can imagine with you coming up with
that
these
was me.
creams. Oh yeah, wait, I got it. I got something right here in this bag, right here
I
for
got
you.
it. But
Yeah.
they don't like taking medicine. So then
Mhm.
they would be coming to me, hey, this is happening. Okay, let me research and I'd do it. Well, that
Mhm.
I just would be taking stuff with us and everything. So I
Yes.
made that pain cream and they said,
Mhm.
this really works. So we started doing that. Then I just started researching other things because we're having to buy Christmas gifts or gifts for
Yes.
teachers and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna make them. And
Mhm.
so that's how I started making the different body butters and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
So
And
you fell into the creams,
I fell into the creams. It was like I got to stretch these essential
the
oils.
lotions and potions.
And I came up with God's natural touch when I had to come up because, one of the things I always said when I was just using the essential oils is God has made everything we need. He
Yes, yes.
told us he's given us. And so the essential oils are just when you're taking that plant and you're
Right.
getting the oil out of it. You're
Oh.
not putting anything else in it. So
Mhm.
that's how I was like, is his natural touch is not me because he sort of guides me on what to combine. People ask me, oh, you really love science. I'm like, no, I hated science. But but God has just
Mhm.
shown me, and we're able to research so much
Mhm.
now, and it's
Mhm.
easy to research. And so that's how I got started with doing it. And
Yes.
I've just been amazed. Everyone laughs at me because I know my stuff works. And I
Yeah.
always tell people when they buy it, I say I make it from two different products. It's going to be some type of a butter, a shea butter or a
Mhm.
jojoba butter or something like that, and essential oils. I don't add any kind of a fragrance to it
Mhm.
or anything like that. And with it being made, and I try to explain that with it being made with those, it's
Yeah.
giving you the moisture, but because it has those other things, it's
Mhm.
doing so much other
Okay.
things. And so it's not just moisturizing your skin. For instance, it may be helping with eczema. It could be helping with,
Mhm.
and so I try to make sure I put those right types of essential oils in there so
Mhm.
that it will do that as well. So you're getting more
Mhm.
for your money when you're doing it. You're
Okay.
just not getting that moisture.
Oh, that is great. Now, for Black Friday, I
Mhm.
know that you have some products nearby or at your fingertips, I hope.
I
Can you
do. I
show
do. I
us,
brought
show
it.
us what you have? And if you need to share your screen, let me know. But if whichever way you want it, let's find out
Okay.
more about.
You know what? I do. Let's share the screen. I want to
Okay.
at least show a video
Hmm.
that I don't know if I put it out
Hmm.
on ours yet, but I'm getting ready to do that
Okay.
after this.
Yes.
And then I can show you.
Okay.
It's a testimonial
Okay.
from my essential oils. So let me see
Okay.
if I'm able to do this here.
Okay. You will. Don't
Okay.
worry. Uh, don't worry. Don't worry. We are all new at this, learning at the same
Oh my
time. And
goodness.
I'm learning new things. And not like I told you earlier, I have to learn two new things over
Oh,
again.
so okay, let's see now. Are you seeing what I
No, I know this. Make sure that you already have it set
oh,
to
okay.
whatever you want to show, like from your computer, and then you'll hit that green button that says share.
Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Let me I'm
Don't
doing too
worry.
much here.
So, what did you cook for
Here
Thanksgiving
we go.
while you're doing
For Thanksgiving, we do a shared type thing at
it?
with our family. So I was only responsible for uh I have to make the mac and cheese, and then I
Mm-hmm.
make a 7-Up pound cake. So we
Ooh.
have someone that will fry. We have so much food. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's ridiculous. We've
Mm-hmm.
got someone who fries a turkey for us. We
Yes.
had a smoked turkey. We had two
Oh,
different hams and chicken. When I
yes.
tell you it's getting them. So my mom, she always cooks the greens and the green beans. And so she's
Okay.
85 years old. So it's like, okay, whenever I'm gonna have to stand in, that'll be something I'll
Yes.
pick up after that. I'm an only child, but she has two sisters and their
Oh,
family. We have, for me to be an only child, we had
yes.
28 people that
Oh,
are there.
that's great.
So yeah,
And if
it
you hear a knock at your door later on tonight and somebody's talking about 7-Up pound cake, it's not me. Okay. I'm just
it's
letting you
not
know.
true. Okay. Well, I'll have to see if we have some left
Yeah,
over.
that would be
Okay.
AI Angelica. Don't pay her no attention, but go ahead and give her the pound cake, because
Give it to her anyway.
yeah, AI
Okay.
Angelica, she wants the pound cake and all, but it's not me.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Are you seeing my screen now?
Not as of yet.
I have to push share after this.
Push share, and it
Okay.
should come up momentarily. Yes, it
Okay.
is. I see it now.
All right, here we go. So this is one of the testimonials that if I don't have it. Okay.
Miss Charlesetta, let me tell you about your pain cream.
Tell me about
Okay, so I'm recovering from a torn ACL,
Mhm.
correct? So I'm training, I'm working hard, doing all this. After a long day of training,
Mhm.
my knee hurts. It's sore, it hurts.
Mhm.
So the first thing I look for is Miss Charlesetta's pain cream because I've used it on my sore joints and all this other stuff. And I put it before I go to sleep. And next morning, it feels good. It feels good.
All right.
It doesn't hurt. It's not as sore. It's torn ACL, so it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's not as sore. So I mean, it definitely and then the next day I can train just as hard.
Okay.
Instead of me being hurt, trying to wake up the next day, take ibuprofen or whatever, and then still it hurting, and then not being able to work as hard as I could.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So that's one of the young folks that I have, and I'll be doing some more. I want to stop sharing here.
Okay.
I'll be doing some more different testimonials. Most of my testimonials verbally are from people who during the pain cream. I am just always so thrilled. They just
Mhm.
don't know. I tell them I just love hearing it. It's not that I don't
Yes.
believe in my product. It's just I just love being able to hear how it is helping everyone. I've got an 89-year-old woman in
Mhm.
Texas, and
Okay.
her I think it was maybe her son or daughter bought one
Mhm.
of my creams at a pop-up,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
it was taking them too long to call me. So she found my number
Mhm.
and she called me. And
Uh-huh.
for the last year and a half, she just calls me and I send that to her. So when I sent her the little thing saying, "Hey, I'm having a
Yes.
Black Friday sale," she called me immediately and she tells me how much it really helps her. And that just makes my heart feel so good. So
Mhm.
I actually I have two. This is the two
Okay.
sizes that I have. So this is
Okay.
the 2 ounce, and then this is the 4 ounce of
Okay.
the extra extra. I've got two types. I've got an
Okay.
extra extra, and then I've
Mhm.
got just an extra, and they both are really, really good.
Yes. Mhm.
And so this, and one of the key things that is in that extra extra beside those essential oils is I have turmeric in it as well.
Okay. Mhm.
So it has a
Oh.
yellow tint in it,
Mhm.
but it has different essential oils like wintergreen in there. The funny what is so many in here. Lemongrass,
Okay.
lavender. You'll use lavender for a lot of different things just because
Okay.
that's going to
Calming.
calm
Yeah.
your body as
Mhm.
it's trying to work with that trauma. And
Yes.
then so this is I have the same two sizes. Everything I sell, well, not everything, but the majority I sell is going to be a 2 ounce and a 4 ounce. Um,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this is the extra,
Mhm.
um, and it is white in its color. So it does
Okay.
not have turmeric in it.
Turmeric. Okay.
but it works very well. It has things like basil.
Okay.
And it also in copaya.
Okay.
And both of them have magnesium and stuff in there, and there's lots more things in those things. And so I've had people to get the medium,
Yes.
not medium, or the extra,
Okay.
and they are fine with it.
Okay.
Actually, I had someone buy recently the extra, and
Mhm.
she had given it to her
Uh-huh.
brother-in-law to use for one day, and he never
Yes.
gave it back.
Oh.
And she
Mhm.
called me, and I was like, "Oh, well, which one did you buy?" And I said, "Did you
Yes.
get the extra extra?" She's like, "Oh, you got extra." So this time she bought the extra extra.
Yes.
So, and it's for people who are standing. Whenever I'm doing a pop-up, I'm going to be standing, and where
Yes.
your backs are going to hurt. I
Mhm.
put that
Mhm.
on, and one of the secret things I always tell, it's not really a secret, because then they'll say, "Oh yeah, they used to do that." I'll
Yeah.
tell them, put it on, and then put it on the bottom of your feet. When
Oh,
you put
yes.
it on the bottom of your
Mhm.
feet, it's going to go through your whole body. It's going to even
Okay.
attack some of the parts of the body that you weren't even
Mhm.
prepared for. So that is my number one seller, my pain cream.
Oh,
But I
yes.
also have 4 different types of body butters. And
Okay.
so the different things with my body butters, oh my goodness, I have really just enjoyed. I just did a new one. Here's a new one that I started. It's a cranberry magnesium. And then
Mhm.
here are the 2 sides with it.
Oh, okay.
So it's still 2 and 4. Um,
Okay.
it has cranberries in it. It has a slight pink.
Okay.
It goes away. But yes, but it has in it that magnesium in there,
Okay. Mhm.
and that helps with like people who have restless leg syndrome.
Mhm. Oh,
You
I
can
think I
use
need
it.
that.
So,
Yes. Mhm.
and magnesium does a lot of different things. It helps with, and the different things I have in here, it helps with tightening your skin.
Mhm.
The cranberries, it helps eliminate blemishes. You just keep using it. And as
Yes.
I have to tell people, it's not witchcraft. So it's not you use
Yes.
it one time, boom. Now my pain cream does work real fast.
Mhm. Okay.
And that scares people. I think sometimes they can talk themselves out of it, but it will work fast. But when you're using your body butter, you have to just keep using it, and you will see
Yeah.
the results. And you're
Exactly.
not having to use all that medication. And so that's one of the big things that I'm always. I go to doctors, but I frustrate doctors because I just
Yes.
don't go right into what they want me to do. But I also have lavender. I have a 4 ounce and a 2 ounce in it as
Okay.
well. And it's so funny. My mothers love it because it will put the babies to sleep
Mhm. Mhm.
when you're trying to get them to sleep. And it's just a white tint. And some people
Okay.
love or hate the smell of lavender. For
Okay.
me, I love it. But it's good in helping in reducing inflammation as well,
Okay.
because it's going to calm your skin down,
Yes.
going to calm
Okay.
your skin. So I had a cousin that had been in the hospital. They really tried to pull the plug on him, and he had to
Yeah.
learn to walk and everything else.
Yes.
And my aunt was asking me, okay, when he finally he came out of it and had to learn to walk. Of course, he was in a lot of pain. So
Okay.
one of the first things I had her do is to put this lavender on first.
Mhm.
And I
Yes.
told her, I said, this is important to do
Mhm.
because I want his body to calm down.
Yes.
You
Mhm.
calm that body down, and then you go ahead and you put that pain cream on.
Wow.
So he's up and walking. We had him walking through the door this Thanksgiving, and so that has
Oh,
been just really great. And
yes.
so that has been one of the things with that. Let's see, acai berry. Oh, that has become one of my favorites too.
Okay.
That's relatively new. It's the same case, two
Mhm.
different ones.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of a purple. You can't really see it real good.
Oh, I think
A
I
little
can
purple.
see it.
Can you see a
Yes.
little
Yeah, I
purple
can
in
see the
there?
little flecks.
That's the acai in there. And that, I love the texture in that, because the
Mhm.
butter I have in there, I also have aloe vera butter in it. So
Oh,
it
yes.
changes. All of
Mhm.
my ones feel different.
Okay.
I
Okay.
sort of like that. I like them having their unique little thing, just like us. They're all unique
Yes.
too. And so that is really good with having the rich in omegas, 3, 6, and 9.
Yeah.
It helps
Mhm.
heal dry and chapped skin. It helps reduce wrinkles. And it's gonna leave, and all of them leave your skin soft and smooth. With
Okay.
each one. So those are for that. And let's see, I think my last one is mango.
Oh, now
Yeah,
does it have the smell of mango?
it
That
it
does.
has
Oh,
it
I
has a little bit. It's not
love
like I
the
said,
mango.
it's not I don't put any fragrance, but it has a
Okay.
sweet smell to it. And
Mm-hmm.
so that is really good with moisturizing your skin.
Yeah.
Helping also with stretch marks. It will help
Mm-hmm.
with that. And it sort of will be a little skin bearer for you as well.
Okay.
So are these now with our Friday sale. What you do is once you go to my website, there's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a little wheel there, and you
Okay.
push that wheel. I think you have to put your email in, and that will let you know. So you can get anywhere from 5 to 25% off.
Oh, I like that. So it's like pick your discount. Well, land on a discount.
Right.
Okay.
You
I
land
like
on your
that.
discount. And then one of the things that it has also is you can win a free lotion bar. And
Okay.
so I started making these lotion bar. Actually, I had made them a long time ago as a gift and
Okay.
as Christmas gifts, and I had forgotten all about it. And one of my best friends who's a soror, she was like, she still had some. And I was
Okay.
like, I need to find out how I need to make these because we wash
Mm-hmm.
our hands so
Yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it just something that we can do with our hands. And I used to would give these to the nurses. We lost my dad in February.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry to
when
hear
he was
that.
in the hospital, I would,
Yes.
especially when they were good nurses, they'd
Mm-hmm.
get a lotion bar for their hands because they're always coming in and, having
Yes.
their hands. And they just loved them. And so we do a little play on words. So like one of the ones I have is called Ebony and Ivory.
Oh.
And I call that because it's made of cocoa butter and it has vanilla in it. So,
Okay.
so that's how. And so you just take this out
Oh. Mm-hmm.
and you just rub it in your hand. And I
Mm-hmm.
have people rub it in the hands. They rub it all over their arms. They do whatever they
Okay.
want. My
Now, is it a
husband,
one use or is it multiple
no,
use?
it's a several use. You would dump this in your hand
Mm-hmm.
and then rub it in, and then you put it back in, and
Okay.
then you keep going. Now, my husband, he just dips it in and does it
Oh,
that way.
okay.
So there's so many ways that you could do it, but no, you can get more than one use out of
Mhm.
those. And so, like, I have these are like $8 each,
Mhm.
or 3 for 20.
Okay.
So that all you can, even when you're buying these, and I have, let's see, 5 different fragrances. I've got a mango breeze,
Oh yeah, like the
and then
mango.
I've got this scented one, and it's so funny, it's so cute. Um, it
Oh.
has patchouli in it. So some people love it,
Mhm.
and some hate it. It's
Yeah.
not strong, um,
Yes.
but I really, and some people like, oh, I really love that smell. And then
Yeah.
those that don't,
Patchouli, there's no in between. It's either
yeah.
you like it or you hate it. Almost like what's the little weed that everybody puts on their Mexican dishes? I forgot. It's at the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I'm single.
See, I
And I can't even,
made
I know
you
what you're saying.
allergic to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, either you like it or you don't like it.
Yeah, and
So
so
I like.
and that's the same with cocoa. This
Mhm.
cocoa this would make me really hungry. Now the ebony and ivory sort of smells a little bit like a chocolate chip
Mhm.
cookie, but it's not strong.
Oh,
But this
yes.
cocoa is strong, and you either love it or you don't. And
Yeah.
then I also have I'm calling it a holiday cheer. It
Mhm.
sort of smells a little like peppermint and a
Yeah.
little citrus smell in it. So the things about my lotion bars, they will change. I will be like,
Yeah.
oh, that smells good. I think I'll do that in a lotion bar.
Yes.
And so you'll get that kind of stuff. Now I
And I
also
like the container, or because instead of me putting a small bottle of lotion in my purse, I can just pop that in my purse as well, and it
that was
leaves
what
a
I
lot
thought
more
of.
space. I like
Mhm,
that. I like that
mhm,
concept as
mhm.
well. That's
And
great.
so that was my whole concept when I saw
Mhm.
that that I had given it and forgotten all about it. I was like, oh, that would be great. You can throw this in, because that was always
Mhm.
what people were saying. My friends have learned, they will be like, can you make this? I'm like, no, I'm very strategic. And, I'm like, you don't understand. It's very hard when you're coming
Yeah.
up with something new. You don't
Mhm,
make
mhm.
a little, I've got to make a lot. And when
Yeah,
I
a
make
lot of
it
them.
for the first time, I'm testing it. And so
Yes,
my family is loving it, because I'm like, here, you okay, try this, try this, try this.
yes.
And they let me know.
Family
Um,
and friends are the greatest testers.
yeah.
Yes,
And then I'm like,
exactly.
well, tell me what you think. And so, but one of the things that I started during COVID was beard salve for men.
Oh, yeah. I
And,
might need
and
that.
I started this. I have a cousin. I think I did a video on, and I'll be doing another one later, with my cousin who's a barber.
Okay.
And so during COVID, I mixed this up, and I said, tell me what you think about it. And so he's a barber in Springfield, Missouri.
Yes.
Um, and he got it. And then I heard back from him, and he was like, send me 3 more.
Uh-huh.
Sent him 3 more, and he let, I think, some of his other barbers, and
Okay.
okay, we got something. And so
Yeah.
that's how we ended up with this. And so this
Oh,
is the
yeah.
large, and it's
Mhm.
really, this can last a guy about 3 months easy,
Wow.
because you don't really use a lot.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
just you would just take a little bit, put it in. It's not going to drip.
Mhm.
It's going to keep it moist. And one of the things that I have to ask him, I'm like, okay, so what's so good about it? And he's like, once you put it in and rub it in,
Mhm.
it's moist all day. And where
Oh.
he does the video, he
Mhm.
shows you how, I think he had put it on earlier that day, and he
Yes.
peels through it, and he says you don't have that popping noise.
Okay.
And so that's how I started with my beard
Mhm.
salt. And so
Oh.
I have the 2 sizes. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both sizes. I'm going to see.
Yes.
This is the one I sell the most, but
Okay.
I, while I have
Yeah.
it, I may keep both of
Which
these.
one lasts 3 months? The bigger one or smaller
The
one?
bigger one is what will
Uh-huh.
last. And this
Okay.
one probably could last 2. It's just
Okay.
a 2 and a 3, 2 and a 3 ounce.
Okay. Because
And
the one, I'm not sure. Okay. The one that's on to my right, in the silver, looks bigger than the one in the black. Maybe it's because of the color.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the color.
Okay.
See, it's
Okay.
there.
I see. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a beard group too of men. It's called, well, I'm not sure if it's the group is still up or not. It's called the Beard Games for us women who love men with beards.
Is that
That
right?
that would be a great clientele
I
for,
might need to look into that. Yeah,
yeah,
because
it's the
it's
Beard Game.
it is so
And I'm
funny.
gonna, after we finish, I'm gonna look to see if that group is still up. It had about a good 30,000 men in it at
Wow.
30,000 people in it at one time.
So yeah, he can't keep it. He's like,
Mhm.
okay, they come in and they go, I need one. I forgot what they were calling it. They had
Mhm.
some name. We almost changed it to that, because
Yeah,
they had some name that they were
yeah,
calling it. And so we did that. And he's like, yeah, they like, okay, I need some more of that. And so
yeah.
he's been really the biggest person that I
Mhm.
just send it to. When I
Yeah.
have it, it's not something that men normally are coming
Mhm.
up. And
Mhm.
but when I get them to come up, they'll go, okay. Because one of the things that they like is that it doesn't drip. You
Okay.
just put it
Yeah.
in and you mix it. And you can really, I used it for a long time. I just used it in my hair. A lot of stuff I just
Uh-huh.
used maybe for this, but then you can use it there.
Yeah.
I used it in my hair. And so there's one barber here who puts it on, and I think he does too when they're cutting short
Mhm.
hair. They'll put
Yeah.
it on there because it's going to give you that shine. And
I
so that's
wonder will it work on those edges of mine?
but let me tell you, I've got something new coming out. Now, it's not on my website.
Okay.
This is something else that I had started for my cousin in the barber, and
Mhm.
my youngest son, he has thicker dreads. He was like, Mom, you got to start selling. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to get into the hair product
Yeah.
business.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we call it that stuff. And we call it that stuff because everyone would come in his. I made this for him because he says, I have a lot of people who have
Mhm.
mixed kids. and they
Okay.
don't know what to do with their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a lot of men that came in that had dreads that
Okay.
he washes, and you know how they'll have still short,
Yeah.
they got to
Mm-hmm.
cut thing up, and he washes their hair. And so that's how I came up with this
That is
and stuff.
great.
And so, yeah, he said they would come in and go, "You got some of that stuff?" And he go, "Yeah, I got it." So that's what we call it. That
Oh.
stuff, yeah, I got it. And it is a hair moisturizer. And so, yeah, it's going to be crazy because if I keep getting things for him, they're going to have some weird names because we just
Yeah.
go with what they go with. But it has been really good. It's got this maru butter. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
it
Yeah.
is excellent for hair. And
Yeah.
it is
Okay.
excellent for you. And so I put it on my hair. I've got my aunt who has natural hair. She puts it on hers, and she says it
Okay.
makes her hair feel real soft. For me, when I put it on,
Mm-hmm.
it untangles my. I've got sister locks. It
Yeah.
untangles those, and it gives me that shine. And so, this will be on my website soon. Since the urgent of, because I told my cousin, this is just going to be yours. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to put this on my website
Mm-hmm.
as well so that people can get this as well. So
Okay.
I think we have gone through all of my
Yeah.
products.
Well,
Oh,
that is,
I
oh,
have one more. I am so sorry. I cannot.
okay.
My cranberry face moisturizer is
Oh,
the
yeah.
and
Okay.
the funny thing about this small, it's a 2 ounce. This can last you 6 months.
Oh, okay. That's small
This small
little
because you
container.
do not need that much. And
Okay.
I have had people from oily skin to dry skin to say that it works with them.
Okay.
You don't really need a lot. What I
Okay.
do is, and it really has a good pink scent color, and
Okay.
I
I
don't know if you're
see.
able to see that good.
Yeah.
But what I do, I'm not going to do this, but I use my finger and I dip
Mm-hmm.
some out.
Okay.
I put it in my hand, rub it, and then rub it all over my face.
Okay.
It's like you can feel it's not oily, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
you can feel a mask on your
Okay.
face, and it's good
Okay.
all day long.
That
It will
is
last
great.
all day long. And so I
Mhm.
think as more people start learning about this, this is going to be one of my ones
One
that
of your flagships.
it's going to
Okay.
be one of the ones that's
Mhm.
going to catch up with that pain
Okay.
cream, because most of the time what I have to tell people is you're using too much, especially if they come back in 2 months and everyone's like, "Charlesetta,
Yes.
you should just be letting them do." I'm like, but they don't have to use that much.
Oh, and that is a charm to it. That is a charm
Yeah,
to
you
it.
don't. I mean, it's just
A
50.
little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way, a long
Okay.
way. It will work. And so that is it. Now that is everything that I have on here.
Well, stores, we have heard from Charlesetta Greene Jossell from God's Natural Touch. She has everything from um, pain creams, lotion bars, beard salves, and the cranberry facial ointment. You have customers who are from our Generation Zers, as we've seen, up into our moms and pops and grandmoms, 90 plus. So you have a wide range of products for any and everybody, especially when it comes to skin restoration, maintenance, pain. Thank you so much for sharing all of your products with us for this Black Friday. Now, Source, she does have a land your discount deal will on her site. Charlesetta, tell us how to get to your site.
So you go to godsnaturaltouch.co,
Mhm.
like company, and
Okay,
that will take you right to my website,
okay.
God's Natural Touch. Now we have on Facebook, I actually have a God's Natural Touch webpage, but
Mhm.
anything that I post on it, I also post on my regular page, the Charlesetta Greene Jossell. And I'm
Okay.
also on Instagram, God's Natural Touch there. And I think is it Linktree. See, I have people signing me up
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, my my youngest son's friend, his girlfriend, she was like, "You need to let me." I said, "Well, come on, you can take over."
Yeah.
I don't know any of this thing. I'm like, I'm old. Y'all need to accept that I'm old, and I accept that I'm old, and I don't
Yeah.
know how to do all of this.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
I know, but I use it all to strengthen in my brain. So I keep trying to learn, and they keep trying to tell me. But yes, God's natural touch is where you need to go. If you just type that, if you Google it, you will go
Mhm.
to my website as well. But godsnaturaltouch.co. That will get you to my website, and you'll get anywhere from 5 to 25% or a free lotion bar.
Great. That will be great. Source, please patronize. Please go to the website for godsnaturaltouch.co. Okay. The CO for company. And you will find all of Charlesetta's products there. I remember back in the day, my grandma, Medea, used to, right before she went to bed, they had all these ointments and stuff. They called them liniments. And
Mhm.
she would rub her legs and her hips and her back and her arms before she went to bed. Now, I can tell you this, with all that rubbing she was doing, she probably was rubbing herself to sleep. We don't know if those products are always working, but you have a testimony of customers who say they actually do work, your products as well. So, Source is worth trying out. So, let's give Charlesetta a hand. Thank you so much for joining us for this Black Friday interview with God's Natural Touch. Again, she has a land your discount will deal on her site. So please peruse her site, go to it, share it with your family and friends, go back and forth to it, order from it as well. And we look forward to seeing more on the wall from Charlesetta.
Well,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'll have testimonials and everything. When I show you a product, I try to have a testimonial for it. So I am loving this. I'm loving seeing new people that I have not done. Feel free to always call and ask any questions. So I'm thinking I'm going to come up with someone has challenged me, and I'm like, that could be really good. And I'm looking into doing a body butter that people who are going through cancer treatment
Yes.
that
Mhm.
they can use, because I understand that they are extremely dry. And there is some things that I can put in there that is natural that will be able to help them. So I think that may be my next project. So I would love for you guys to make me so busy in the kitchen making more products because I have to make, I cannot, one thing you can count on is I don't have a huge inventory because
Yes.
everything has a lifespan, because I don't have anything in there that is
Yeah.
going to make it last for a long time. Probably a year and a half is the longest that I can have my products. So I would love for you guys to keep me busy.
Okay. Thank you so much. And Soros, please look out for more interviews like this with our Sora business owners with their products and their services. I look forward to looking for more of Charlesetta's products as she develops them. And we can go ahead, just keep on giving her ideas. She says, "Oh my God, you're giving me too many ideas and all." We never know.
Never
This
know.
way, you might land on to something even bigger than the bigger to encompass all of it together. I'm not sure, but we just want to keep you busy. That's all.
And you know what? I will love it. I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So I am so grateful to be on this platform.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. I'm
Mhm.
glad I was able to hear about it, to be able
Mhm.
to join. And I am looking forward to hearing from all of you all and hearing about the products and how much you are
Okay.
loving them. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. And Soars and Soar business owners, we have more business owner interviews coming up. And if you would like to be featured on any of the interviews up until Cyber Monday, let me know. We can do some on the spot. We can do some that are scheduled, whatever it may be. Just inbox me, Angelika Jo, and we'll go about it from there. Before we go, Jossetta, hear me, Charlesetta, not Jossetta. Your sale will last up until when? Will it last until tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, or Cyber Monday?
It will go through Cyber Monday, so midnight.
Okay,
All the way up.
midnight Cyber Monday. I would say be on the safe side by 11:59 p.m. Cyber Monday. Take advantage of these offers. Okay,
Thank
once again, thank you so much, Charlesetta, for joining us. And in 2 and 2, I'll be back. And for those of you who would like to interview, inbox me, and I'll be back momentarily along with Angela Ray as well with some of those interviews as well. Thank you, Source. Thank
See
you,
you later.
Charlesetta.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.